Hello Star Citizens and Meridian members, and welcome back to another video. So this guide is going to be about player selling and player trading, because this can be a lot more lucrative than the traditional methods of trading that I've shown you previously. Now, first up, we are going to head straight to UEX. And here we are. The UEX is basically a website for trading various commodities and various other bits of stuff that you can't really typically do in-game. So this is mainly just player-based. So if we scroll through, we're on the buying section, because that's what you want. You want to look at what people are actually buying. So there's stuff like specific skins for Paramed devices, you have Valacar pearls, you've got stuff for Polaris. However, you do have Karenite, which is a red gem which is acquired during the orbital laser event. And it's actually not that difficult to get. If we scroll through, we've got stuff for like, you know, the Williker missions. We've got different armor sets here, a lot of stuff for the Polaris. So potentially you can trade them the easiest stuff to acquire for the Polaris. You've got shield generators here. You've got more Karenite. You've got various medals, which are difficult to get. Shield generators again. More armor again. Pembroke exploration suit there. You've got loads here. But you can scroll through and basically go on for pages and pages. There are also comp boards from the contested zones, and a lot of the ship parts, as well as the comp boards, you can actually get comp boards again, look, you can actually get from just doing the contested zones and trading them here for quite a decent amount of stuff. The one thing I will say is make sure you look through here and look at the varying prices to make sure you don't get ripped off, essentially. I will say, look, here as well, some people only want one comp board, so you can go and do that. And people want the Sterling Exploration Suit ASD edition as well. And the ASD drives from the Onyx facilities also go for a pretty penny. Okay, you can also search for stuff you want. For example, the Valacar pearls, irradiated Valacar pearls. See, loads of people are wanting to buy them here. Equally as well, what you can do is if you look at if anybody's selling any, there's one being sold for 2 million here. However, if you go into here, you can probably see 7 million there, 2 million there, 20 million. Depending on the quantity and the grade of Valacar pearls, you can potentially make a bit of a profit there by simply buying what people are selling here and then trading it here for what people are buying. And yeah, honestly, there's not really much to it, because I mean, all it kind of involves is just hitting up the player, because there are contact details on these ads. Like, you know, add me on Discord or in-game, make me a good offer. And yeah, that's kind of all there is to it. Like, generally you just fly to the hangar, trade what you want in the hangar, essentially, and then be on your merry way. And of course, there is some element of risk. For example, you know, they can just get your gun out and shoot you while in the hangar. But honestly, I've done it once or twice, and I've never really ran into any problems. But unfortunately, you are just at the mercy of other players, and getting what they want is always a bit of a faff, especially since these are mostly mid to end game items. That about wraps up for how player selling and player trading kind of works. There's not really much else to show, but I think it's definitely a very neglected part of the game, and I think there should definitely be a system involved for doing this. Equally, one thing I will show you, for those of you who aren't aware yet, the wallet system. So if you go into the wallet and you can press begin here, you can actually just send people money. For example, if I were to send 10,000 units to Fox, that's how I would do it. There we go. Boom. Fox has now received 10. And this is typically how you pay people and how other people pay you. But yeah, I would generally not do the handover until they've like definitively wired you the money, because as well, just because as well, similar usernames and other problems like this. But I mean, on the wallet, you can just search for people if you need to. You don't necessarily have to add them as friends, I don't think. Anyway, that about wraps it up for this video. Rather a short one, but again, not really much to show. But I definitely think it's a game mechanic that needs a lot more work. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to check out our organisation down in the description below, and everyone have a good day. Bye!